What's up, fam? Welcome back to the badlsxgarage YouTube channel. If you've been watching my videos or specifically watched the 1K review about this 2024 Road Glide, you know that there was a couple of things that got on my nerves a little bit. One specifically was the stereo system, which we resolved that. The next one we're going to take care of today. Stick around, stay tuned, and let's roll to that intro. Get in a car like this and smile, there's something wrong with you. Again, fam, welcome back to the badlsxgarage YouTube channel. Glad each and every one of you could stop back by this week to see what's going on and what we're doing and what we're about. So if this is your first time stopping by, we do a little bit of everything here. Cars, trucks, motorcycles, mostly motorcycles, unboxings, reviews, how-tos, vacations, you name it, it's across the board here. I have every Friday videos that come out at high noon, and every single day I put out a short. Now my shorts are a little bit different than what you'll be seeing here in today's video. My shorts contain a little bit of controversial stuff, some just all around different things. It's not necessarily cars, trucks, and motorcycles related, but it's a little bit of everywhere. So that's just a quick overview of what badlsxgarage is about and what we're doing. But today, let's talk about windshields. If you own a 24 Road Glide, you know that those windshields are no good. They look amazing, but they're not effective. Now here, this is my 2011 Street Glide. When I'm behind all of this, I feel like that I'm covered up really well. It's not the fact that I'm worried about being covered up, it's just the fact that I can see across the windshield, it's protecting me, I'm still getting plenty of air, I can see through it, and you guys know, if you've been watching the channel, if you're an OG, the camera usually sits right here on my helmet and we can see through everything together. But it's still protective. This is only a 6-inch windshield, but it does its job. I wish I could say that about this 24 Road Glide. It looks amazing, like I said, but I'm looking well over top the windshield, and that's kind of sort of what you want. You want to be able to look over it. You don't want to actually have to look through the windshield all the time because, in my opinion, that takes away from the openness of a motorcycle. But at the same time, this windshield, this factory windshield, is not protecting anything. In fact, it's not protecting anything so much that I'll show you. It's so bad that my helmet is destroyed with bugs. I don't know if you guys can see it through the GoPro or not. I know GoPros don't always do things justice the way they should, but it's covered up with bugs, juices, bug guts. Bugs everywhere. It's a mess. The top, the sides, the screen, it's everywhere, guys. Even when you raise the screen up and let the sunscreen down, can you see that? The sunscreen is even covered up with bugs. It's a mess. And it's so bad that even when you just try to raise this up to just get a little air, even with the sunscreen down, it's vibrating your eyelashes, your eyelids, and everything. Now you would think that I would get a lot of head buffeting. You would think that that would come with this, but like I said, 5'8.5", 5'9.5", even though I'm getting drenched with bugs and wind, I'm really not getting a whole lot of head buffeting. So it is doing a little job, but it's not doing everything that it needs to do. And behind a full fairing bike like that, there's no reason why I should be covered up with bugs. It's so bad at times, guys. Listen, Hard Old Pack Talk Bold. Harley-Davidson recommends this. It's what you gotta have to supposedly use the dash, the infotainment center and all that, you know, without the trickery. You've got them, but you can't hear them. You can't talk through them because it's so windy, it's so noisy. It's gotten so noisy that people can't even hear me that I've had to put double muffs on my microphone in order just to be able to talk to people. Most of you that watch this channel, and I can say it 100%, you only come here because you know that I'm gonna tell you the real responses. You know that I'm not gonna lie to you. And with that being said, these are just my thoughts and opinions. So take them with a grain of salt. And for some of you, you might have to take that grain of salt with a cup of water because it's gonna go down a little bitter. It's gonna go down a little nasty. So you guys know with aftermarket, it has to catch up with these new model designs. It's just the nature of the beast, the way it is. We've talked about it before. We've needed this windshield for quite some time. And with that being said, there's a couple of people out there who's just making bank off of it. They're throwing out garbage, in my opinion. One of those companies is a bigger company. One of those companies is so big that it's making a windshield that fits its bigness, I guess, because that windshield is so big that it looks like it belongs on a Honda Goldwing. It doesn't look like it belongs on this 24 Road Glide. I cannot stand behind that. And the other one, well, you literally have to send your money through an Instagram account to some dude overseas that you don't know. He looks like he belongs on Gangnam Style, whoop, 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 some kind of music video. We know nothing about this cat, and you guys are just sending money to him left and right. I can't back that. I won't. So with that being said, I've been looking for like 2 months. About a month and 2 weeks ago, I hit up John at Freedom Shields. Hear me out, fam. I went to John. John didn't come to me. John doesn't need my help. John's a big fish in a big pond in a big, huge ocean. He doesn't need my help. I'm a small fish in a great, big, huge pond ocean. I need the help. When I emailed John, I told him, hey, look, man, I love your product. In all honesty, I really do think he has the best looking product out. It's the best looking, and to me, I think it looks like it's the most functional. It doesn't look like a Goldwing windshield, and it doesn't look like you're going Gangnam Style. Whoop, 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 whoop. No, that's not what we're wanting here. We're wanting something functional, good, made here in the United States, and that's why I hit him up. Within a few hours, he hit me right back and said, absolutely. You know, what are you looking for? What's your size? What's your inseam size? And I gave him all of that. Well, what I was thinking I needed is not what he seemed to think that I needed. And I 100% should have went with what he said, but I did not. And let me explain why I did not, was because of you guys. And I know that sounds like a piss poor answer, but I didn't because the camera, the GoPro camera has to sit at a certain angle. And I was afraid that if I went with the size that he was recommending, that the GoPro wouldn't be at the right angle and you guys would get the wrong view. So I didn't want to compromise for you guys, but here's the deal. I'm taking all responsibility for that. So if it's messed up, it's on me, but I 100% don't think it's going to be wrong. I think it's going to be perfect. Now that we got all the popcorn removed, now it's time to remove this box. This is the 10-inch medium gray Freedom Shield. It looks absolutely amazing. It's got a nice contour to it. Got the contour up, so when the wind hits that it'll run up and deflect over you. It has several different colors that you can choose from. I chose the medium gray because of you guys. I want you guys to be able to see through the GoPro and see through the actual windshield itself, but you can choose clear or you can choose a dark smoke. Now this windshield particularly has a logo on it. It has my logo, the badlsxgarage logo on it, and I want to give a huge shout out to Debbie. Debbie is the one who makes this happen right here. She is the designer, and she actually didn't think this was going to work out. Me and John had several conversations about this, but all I can say is she done a fantastic job. Thank you very much, Debbie. It looks amazing, and I'm super impressed with that, and thank you, John, as well. They have several different designs on their website that you can check out, or I'm sure if you have something in particular that you want done, I'd say they can pull it off as well. Now keep in mind, this is wrapped up really well in plastic. It comes with instructions on how to install it on the motorcycle. It also comes with instructions on something that I'm pretty sure that no other windshield company offers, and it is, and then listen closely guys, it says test ride. Feel free to mount the windshield and take a short test ride as long as you have good visibility over the shield. Make sure to leave the protective plastic film on the shield. If you're not completely satisfied with the height or performance of the shield, you may return the shield for full credit, less the shipping. As long as the shield is like new and the plastic is not removed, you can return this windshield. Yeah, that's the best part of it right there. How many other companies believe in their product that much that they're willing to offer this? Anyways, like I said, you have that, you have the instructions, and then you also have the care instructions for the windshield. So with all of this together, This is Freedom Shield, and this is why that I chose Freedom Shield, not only for the looks, because they believe in their product, I also believe in their product. Oh yeah, before we start the installation, who gives you a thank you note anymore? Like seriously, who takes time out of their day to actually say thank you for purchasing their product? Freedom Shields, that's who. They say, thank you, we know that there's a lot of companies you could have purchased from. We want to say thank you for choosing us. Don't believe me? Right there it is. You think you're gonna get that from Gangnam Style? Whoop, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. Listen fam, I'm not gonna go into great detail about how to remove and install this new windshield. It's pretty self-explanatory. And if you can't do this, you probably don't need to be working on a motorcycle at all, I'm just saying. Anyways, I will give you a little tip and trick here and there just to sort of help along the way. You will need a T25 Torx bit. Make sure to have one of those on hand. And there's 4 of those T25 Torx bolts. When you remove those, there will be a little rubber grommet inside of that windshield. Make sure you take each one of those rubber grommets out. Be careful, don't lose those because they will come off and you'll not pay any attention when you pull that windshield off. Anyways, make sure to hold on to them. If for some reason you drop one, it rolls away and you can't find it, or after you're reinstalling them, if something happens and you pinch one, it breaks, whatever the case may be, don't freak out. You can go to your local Ace Hardware store and actually pick something up similar. You can also go to Amazon. Amazon has something similar as well, and it keeps you from going to Harley-Davidson. And when you remove all of this and you're ready for the windshield to pull out, just pull the windshield straight up out of those little brackets. Installation is the same as removal. What's up fam? If you're still watching this video, you obviously want to know how this Freedom Shield is performing and you want to know my thoughts and opinions on it. Well, let's start off by saying that I'm pleasantly surprised. It is catching the bugs and I'm not. That's a win right there regardless. But here's the deal. I have been on the interstate. I've been at highway speeds and above. I've been behind semis. I've been behind cars. We're 2 hours in and I'm on the back roads of Kentucky. I'm kicked back, my back's on the backrest, so we're at the height that I normally ride at when I'm actually out riding. As you can see, I have my sunscreen down. I've had it down most of the day with this part up. I'm running right now 56 miles per hour, 57, 60, somewhere in there, with minimal, very minimal wind. Now, granted, when you get on the interstate, you're going to catch some wind. That's just the way it is, especially if you're behind some semis. But listen, guys, I'm pleasantly surprised with it. I'm happy with it. I don't find any faults in it. I know a lot of people, they nitpick everything to death, and yeah, if you nitpick it to death, yeah, I mean, you can obviously find bad in everything. But I'm not that guy. It's doing its job. It's working. I like it, guys. But we will see you guys at the garage, and I will wrap up this video, and then, you know, things may change, but we'll see. Stick around, stay tuned. I love you, fam. This is my final thoughts and opinions on this Freedom Shield. I don't know what you're waiting for. You need to go ahead and get in line and get one ordered, because it's going to take you a month to get it. Yes, it's that great. I know a lot of people has said that they've had problems out of them. I don't worry about what other people say. I worry about what I can see for myself, what I can physically put in my hand and see and do. Now, obviously, putting this windshield on, if you tighten down these screws too much, they're going to bust. I've seen some people say, oh, they bust easy. No, they don't bust easy. You just got to be easy. You got to have a little common sense about things. Sticking this windshield on there, the holes lined up perfectly. You do have to kind of maneuver around to get it to where you want it, but it lines up perfectly. The little grommets that goes inside the windshield that I told you guys not to lose earlier, they fit perfectly down in the windshield. Everything fits the way it should. It looks good. It's made of thick plastic, so it's not going to bust real easy if something hits it. And guys, look, it's protected. Look at the bugs. My helmet doesn't have any bugs on it whatsoever, none. So that right there was a win, win, win all the way around for me. When the wind hits, you can tell, you can feel it come up and over. It's hitting probably right at the top of my helmet, which is fine. You know, like I said, if I would have went with the 11-inch like John had recommended, I wouldn't have had none of these issues, but it's okay. It's what I wanted. And look, the logo. I've actually got my YouTube logo on the front of this. How cool is that? If you guys have got some sort of logo, maybe your club or something, you want something done on there, I'm sure that if you talk to John and he can talk to Deborah, you'll get it done. If you have any questions whatsoever, hit up John at Freedom Shields. It might take a day or two, but he'll answer any question that you may have. But the first thing he's going to ask is, what are you looking for? What's your inseam size and how tall are you? Just be prepared for that. Anyways, fam, that's all I've got for you for this week's video. You may have seen some other things that have been added to the bike in the B-roll. We'll get to that in next week's video. But I love you, fam. And Freedom Shields, talk to John. Thank you, John, once again for sponsoring this video. I love you, and I love everybody watching this video. Thanks again. Until next week, fam. You ready? Let's do this. Peace. I'm out. Freedom Shields.